Greeting and blessings, dear listeners. Welcome to the Bible Knowledge Quiz. In today's ultimate quiz, we've curated 20 enlightening questions to test your understanding and deepen your connection with the Holy Scriptures. Are you ready to put your biblical knowledge to the ultimate test? Here we go. Question 1. What did God use to create Adam? A. Water. B. A clay. C. A divine breath. D. Dust of the ground. Time to think. The right answer is option D, dust of the ground. Genesis 2:7, KJV. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. Question 2. Who was the first woman judge in Israel? A. Esther. B. Deborah. C. Ruth. D. Hannah. Time to think. The right answer is option B, Deborah. Judges 4:4, KJV. And Deborah, a prophetess, the wife of Lapidoth, she judged Israel at that time. Question 3. In the book of Joshua, what city's walls fell after the Israelites marched around them for 7 days? A. Jericho. B. Jerusalem. C. Bethlehem. D. Nazareth. Time to think. The right answer is option A, Jericho. Joshua 6:20, KJV. So the people shouted when the priests blew with the trumpets, and it came to pass, when the people heard the sound of the trumpet, and the people shouted with a great shout, that the wall fell down flat. Question 4. What type of insect did John the Baptist eat in the desert? A. Ants. B. Beetles. C. Butterflies. D. Locusts. Time to think. The right answer is option D, locusts. Matthew 3:4, KJV. And the same John had his raiment of camel's hair, and a leathern girdle about his loins, and his meat was locusts and wild honey. Question 5. Who was turned into a pillar of salt? A. Leah. B. Sarah. C. Rebecca. D. Lot's wife. Time to think. The right answer is option D, Lot's wife. Genesis 19:26, KJV. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. Question 6. What did Jesus feed to 5,000 men aside from fish? A. Loaves of bread. B. Fruits. C. Vegetables. D. Cheese. Time to think. The right answer is option A, loaves of bread. Matthew 14:19, KJV. And he commanded the multitude to sit down on the grass, and took the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes, and looking up to heaven, he blessed and brake, and gave the loaves to his disciples, and the disciples to the multitude. Question 7. Which of these books is not found in the New Testament? A. Jude. B. Job. C. James. D. Peter. Time to think. The right answer is option B, Job. The book of Job is part of the wisdom literature in the Old Testament. Question 8. Who was Paul's famous Christian convert in the book of Acts? A. Timothy. B. Silas. C. Barnabas. D. Lydia. Time to think. The right answer is option D, Lydia. Acts 16, 14, 15, KJV. And a certain woman named Lydia, a seller of purple, of the city of Thyatira, which worshipped God, heard us, whose heart the Lord opened, that she attended unto the things which were spoken of Paul. Question 9. In Revelation, what is the number associated with the beast? A. 222. B. 777. C. 666. D. 333. Time to think. The right answer is option C, 6666, Revelation 13:18, KJV. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Question 10. Who is known as the weeping prophet? A. Jeremiah. B. Isaiah. C. Ezekiel. D. Daniel. Time to think. The right answer is option A, Jeremiah. Jeremiah 9:1, KJV. Oh, that my head were waters, and mine eyes a fountain of tears, that I might weep day and night for the slain of the daughter of my people. Question 11. How many days and nights did Jonah spend in the belly of the whale? A. 7 days and 7 nights. B. 3 days and 3 nights. C. 40 days and 40 nights. D. 1 day and 1 night. Time to think. The right answer is option B, 3 days and 3 nights. Jonah 1:17, KJV. Now the Lord had prepared a great fish to swallow up Jonah, and Jonah was in the belly of the fish 3 days and 3 nights. Question 12. What was the name of Moses' sister? A. Miriam. B. Rachel. C. Deborah. D. Ruth. Time to think. The right answer is option A, Miriam. Exodus 15:20, KJV. And Miriam the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, took a timbrel in her hand, and all the women went out after her with timbrels and with dances. Question 13. Who was the giant Goliath's brother? A. Og. B. Sihon. C. Lami. D. Anak. Time to think. The right answer is option C, Lami. 1 Chronicles 25, KJV. And there was war again with the Philistines, and Elhanan the son of Jair slew Lami the brother of Goliath the Gittite, whose spear staff was like a weaver's beam. Question 14. In which book of the Bible do we find the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? A. Daniel. B. Genesis. C. Exodus. D. Leviticus. Time to think. The right answer is option A, Daniel. Daniel 3:16-17, KJV. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. Question 15. What did Joseph's brothers sell him for? A. A pair of shoes. B. 30 pieces of gold. C. 20 pieces of silver. D. A donkey. Time to think. The right answer is option C, 20 pieces of silver. Genesis 37:28, KJV. Then there passed by Midianites merchantmen, and they drew and lifted up Joseph out of the pit, and sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver, and they brought Joseph into Egypt. Question 16. Which queen came to visit Solomon because of his great wisdom? A. Queen Esther. B. Queen of Sheba. C. Queen Jezebel. D. Queen of Egypt. Time to think. The right answer is option B, Queen of Sheba. 1 Kings 10:1-2, KJV. And when the queen of Sheba heard of the fame of Solomon concerning the name of the Lord, she came to prove him with hard questions. And she came to Jerusalem with a very great train, with camels that bear spices, and very much gold and precious stones. And when she was come to Solomon, she told him all that was in her heart. Question 17. Who is considered the author of the majority of the Psalms? A. Solomon. B. David. C. Asaph. D. Moses. Time to think. The right answer is option B, David. Psalm 72:20, KJV. The prayers of David, the son of Jesse, are ended. This implies David's authorship of many psalms. Question 18. How old was Noah when the flood happened? A. 600 years. B. 700 years. C. 800 years. D. 900 years. Time to think. The right answer is option A, 600. Genesis 7:6, KJV. And Noah was 600 years old when the flood of waters was upon the earth. Question 19. In which book is the story of the prodigal son? A. John. B. Matthew. C. Mark. D. Luke. Time to think. The right answer is option D, Luke. Luke 15:11-32, KJV. And he said, A certain man had 2 sons. This is the opening of the parable of the prodigal son. Question 20. What was the name of the mountain where Abraham was told to sacrifice Isaac? A. Mount Moriah. B. Mount Sinai. C. Mount Zion. D. Mount Carmel. Time to think. The right answer is option A, Mount Moriah. Genesis 22:2, KJV. And he said, Take now thy son, thine only son Isaac, whom thou lovest, and get thee into the land of Moriah, and offer him there for a burnt offering upon one of the mountains which I will tell thee of. Wow, what a spiritual expedition we've embarked on together. How did your journey unfold? Let's connect and comment below with the number of questions you got right. Your insights and interactions make our community stronger. Subscribe on our channel and stay on the journey with us for the latest updates. If this quiz has brightened your mind, Please show your support with a thumbs up, and why not sharing this video with your loved ones? Thank you for spending this time with us. Until we meet again, let the light of the Word guide your way.